Yo, yo, how we doing? Not sure. Really not sure. What's up, Zach? How we doing? I'm having internet issues this morning. I don't know. There's a bad storm brewing. It's been going on all night, so my internet keeps lagging. I've restarted it a couple times, so hopefully that doesn't. You can see, like, when I change time frames on the chart, it's taken a while for it to switch over. No bueno. Now it's completely frozen. Nice. Yeah, TPT, man. Top of the line. Top of the line. Trying to get connected with them. I'm waiting to hear back. Would love to work with them. TPT, if you're listening. What's up, Jay? It's some British guy yapping in my ear. Hush. Um, Want to max those accounts, rotating 2K every couple days would be awesome. Yeah, for sure. That would be awesome. I don't know why. I don't know if this is TradingView or if this is my internet. Does my stream look like it's lagging? My Tradeovate seems to be doing fine. What's up with this? I usually stick to one firm per week. So if I'm trading Apex, I'll trade Apex for a week. If I'm trading TPT, I'll trade TPT for a week. All right, cool. Appreciate it. I threw in a open P&L here in the corner for you guys. I was That was suggested to me by one of my buddies who's been watching the stream. He said it'd be nice to know exactly where I am, so I included that. That's attached to one of the accounts that I'll be trading. The main one I'll be trading today. It's a funded Apex account, so we're going to take it slow, take it easy. I was up 1,700 on the day yesterday. Actually took a Asia trade last night that did not play out. It started to, and then it failed on me. I think it was right in here. No, where was it? I think it was in here. But I was calling it out in the Discord that I was in it, and it did not play out. It was a great setup. Had a nice breaker. Had a 5-minute inversion inside of the breaker. Was short off the inversion, but we were front running a 5-minute gap, and it did not want to. It did not want to push through that gap. Not enough volume, so it ended up failing. 200 lost 200 on that. What's up? How's everybody doing? Everybody have a good day yesterday? Seemed like we had some decent price action. What's the program? Appreciate you sharing the live, man. That's awesome. Thank you. How's everybody doing today? I keep doing this, man. I keep starting the stream before I make my second cup of coffee. I need to do better about that. It's good, man. It's been good just dealing with the usual, you know, dealing with life things, trying to make sure all my school stuff is squared away. We got classes starting in a couple weeks, trying to get all that on the level, trying to read these charts and make sure that we're making some money. Need to be making some more content for you guys. I plan on doing that today when we get done. A couple of things you guys have been asking to see, so I'm going to try to make some videos on that stuff. I think Jay wanted to see standard deviation and the Fibonacci tool. A couple other things. So I'm going to, hey, love your streams and how calm you sound. Appreciate it, Sammy. Appreciate that. You start Monday? Yeah. I start the 18th, so not this coming Monday, but the one after. What are you studying, Raj? I think you told me that before. Did you say engineering? Or was that Matthew? What's my bias? I really don't know, man. We've just been chugging up. This is the 4-hour chart right here. I mean, we've just been pushing. So I would hate to counter trend trade against that, but I would think that this would want to come down at some point and sweep up some of this sell side. But we'll see. Do we just take London? No, we edged it. Let's see how ES is looking. Are they slightly decoupled? Not tremendously, but a little bit, yeah. A little bit of an SMT there. Yeah, a little bit of an SMT. Does it not? Are you talking about like when you set limit orders and stuff, Zach? Yeah, Matthew. I think it'll be good though, man. It'll be good. Try to look at it positively, you know. You got to do it either way, so you might as well try to be positive about it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Jay. We at least, I would imagine, we'd not come that close to London and then not take it. I do think that they could upgrade the interface on Tradeovate, but I do like how the executions are instantaneous, or as instantaneous as I can find. Tradeovate or TradingView, man, I get so much slippage. Like I'll enter a trade, and by the time it executes the trade, I'll be like, if I'm on ES, like last night, I was a full point, which is $50 on a full contract. You're already starting the trade $50 down. So I'm like, dude, that's not good. Like if you're trading big money, imagine if you're trading like 10, 15 minis at a time and you start the trade 1 point down. What do you mean, Ethos? Yeah, exactly. Literally have, you probably seen the setup I have. I have this long monitor, and I have one side of the monitor as TradingView and one side is Tradeovate. You're asking what the session time frames are? So Asia actually starts. Is this right? Asia actually starts. Yeah, I start this an hour before the actual official session starts. That's when the algorithms kind of turn on. So this is set for starting at 7 p.m. Eastern time. London starts an hour prior, so this is set for 2 a.m. Eastern time, even though the actual market opens at 3, and so on and so forth. Yeah, for sure, Raj. All right, I'm gonna try to dial in. I feel like one of the reasons I've struggled a little bit since I started doing this stream was I feel obligated to answer every single comment, just because I enjoy doing that, but also I feel like a jerk if I don't. So just letting you guys know, I'm gonna try to really dial in and focus, so I'm not overlooking anything, and I can actually take good trades and set a good example for what I'm trying to show people who are just starting out, because I feel like I've been slacking a little bit. So just throwing that out there. If I'm not answering you guys right away, don't get offended. It's pushing towards it. Look how wiki all this is, though, man. This price is going to want to tear this stuff up right here. Let's see what happens here. What's up, Amy? Shit. Sorry. Fuck. If we tap back in, yeah, but I did take a short on that. I thought it was showing you my open P&L here, but I had the wrong account. Hang on. Let me fix this. First time trying this out, so bear with me here. Hang on. Tap back and then a little lower here, I think. I was short off of this break. Hang on. Oops. Turn that off. I'll have to figure that out later. Looking for a tap back here. Back up to the VWAP maybe, or back up to the SMA here. Not going to get it. It's just going to go. Not going to get it. It did eat up all that sell side right there. It needs to go lower though here. Yeah, I have taken a trade. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to put this, try to get this back on the screen here for you. If I can figure it out. I really want to tap back in here, but I think that was the full move potentially. The candle wicks as is. This is gonna go, just gonna keep running. We just picked up all of that right there, so might turn around here. We'll see. Or it could want lower. I would like to see a re-entry here because I think we do push lower, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to just be patient. I picked up $315 off, $312 off that short from this break up top from right here. The order book, there's really not, I mean, I guess there is a little bit of market structure that would indicate that, but the order book I was looking at over here, the sellers are just taking over. And that, man, that sell side right there, that's just free pickings. All of that wiki free pickings. When will I break even? What do you mean? Oh, when will I move it to break even? I closed it. I closed it when we hit to the bot. My take profit was down here. I didn't want to give it a chance to bounce back on me. Potentially, but we'll see. We just took up all that sell side, so this could just want to. Now that we picked up all of this liquidity here, it could just want to go higher at this point. We'll see though. There are still levels below us that are of interest. Nice, Alex. Very nice. Yeah, dude, if you're up 12K, I might even call it a week, dude. I don't know how good tomorrow's going to be. That's a solid way to end the week. But I don't know. You do you. How big was your sizing on that? Holy moly. 4 or 5 minis, I would bet. 35 contracts? 35 micros? Are you trading with personal capital or is that paper? Pretty sure prop firms don't let you trade that many. Okay, I got you. Good job, man. All right, while this is doing its thing, I'm gonna blind you guys to the stream real quick so I can put this up without showing my information. I don't know how to do that, to be honest. This technology ain't made for old folks. I appreciate it, Tyrene. Hang on. I'll have to do it another time. Fuck it for right now. I'm not going to distract myself. I want you guys to be able to see the open P&L and the total P&L so that you're aware of what's going on. How many micros would I trade on a 50K funded? I would do 1 micro for every 500 to draw down you have, Jordan. So if it's a brand new account, what is that, 4 or 5 micros? Depending on whether you have 2K or 2,500 of drawdown. Yeah, I did. I did take a trade. Caught that short. Yeah, Tyrene, I live stream every morning, 9:30. Did not do it yesterday though. Every morning where there's major news, if you look at the economic calendar and there's major red folder news, I'm gonna be live that day. Tennessee's nice. Good morning, Jay. Why are people looking for longs? I mean, I could see, we just picked up all of this sell side here. Uh, and I guess they could be looking at the order book and seeing orders stacked higher on the chart up here at this level. So they could be thinking that price wants to go up there. Yeah, I would agree. I'm not seeing bullish order flow right now, but we're early in the session. Not a terrible setup here. I can see where longs would be appealing. Pretty nice V-shaped recovery on that move. Could have been long off of this up to this target. I could see that. Nice RP. I'm not sure of what. Oh, you're talking to Alex. I saw a potential long entry right here, targeting these highs, but with the dip that we just had, I'm hands off for it for the moment. Yeah, you had a tap back here, potentially. I mean, potentially. Everybody sees something different, It's what your brain. Part of it is what your brain wants to see. You gotta train it to not be internally biased. All right, this British guy in my ear has to stop talking. Shut up. Shut up. Are you looking at Bookmap? Yeah, I think. I'm gonna put out a video today. If you're having trouble trading with all-time highs, I'll put out a video today that's going to talk about standard deviation and how you can use standard deviation to calculate your take profit levels, and hopefully that'll help you out some with feeling more comfortable trading all-time highs. Isaiah, I'm trying to learn Bookmap, man. It's complicated. I'm pretty good with learning like technical stuff like that, and it's challenging, man. It's probably been 6 months or so, maybe even more, that I've been working on it. Probably not as diligently as I should be, but I've been spending some time on it. Yeah, Aaron, this is TradingView. Bookmap is basically like a advanced order flow software that tells you where orders are stacked up, where the icebergs are, all kinds of more in-depth information. It's like a heat map, basically. You should YouTube it and check it out. It's pretty sick. make it to all-time highs from there, I mean, I think you at least got a chance to hit this. I don't know where your entry was, but I think this buy side here was not a bad target. It looked like ES was lagging earlier. Yeah, ES is lagging. Or no, yeah, ES is lagging for sure. Yeah, pretty substantially. Yeah, big SMT there. Nice, man. Where was your entry? Down here? Somewhere way down here. You almost bottom ticked that thing. Nora, I almost didn't realize that was you. I was about to say, go take a long walk off a short pier. Are you getting on, you know the deal. You know the deal today. You know what we're about to be doing here in 2 hours. Tell me you've already downloaded. I don't need to know that. I really don't. Look at that SMT. Nah, Battlefield 6 beta dropped today. I don't feel like I have a good read on this. That SMT obviously was there, but I didn't see any other. I mean, that's kind of like a mid-range reversal. I don't see what that's hitting to turn around there. I mean, it's kind of just turning around right in the middle of the in the middle of the range there. So maybe somebody's seeing something that I'm not seeing. Did you guys see why that's turning around there? Or is that just doing its own thing? I appreciate it. Which gap, though? Was touching into this 30-minute? It didn't even touch it. Just a retest, maybe? Good call, Max. You're exactly right. This is NASDAQ futures. Yeah, definitely good call, Max. Still think you're going to push, though? Yeah. Could just been a retouch here, and then where would your next... I mean, I guess if you were going off of this, buy side would be the next target. We'll see. Where's your stop? This is a pretty nice long off of this this gap right here. 23,617. Okay. Yeah, it's a nice entry. It's not bad. We'll see if it holds. No, Jay, I'm not in. I'm not in anything. You'll know. If I was in this long, this buy side up here would be my first TP. 23,700. If I was in that long, which I'm not. I bounce around, Jay. I bounce around. This is the 1 minute right here. Yeah, we've taken one, man. Took one. We're up 312. Caught the short at the beginning. Get a push up to this high here for you there, Max. Come on. Tried longs, got stopped. I think if you're long off this gap right here and your target is 23,700, it's not a bad play in my opinion. We just swept a ton of sell side liquidity, and now, you would think it would want to continue higher now that it's swept all that up, but we'll see. The order book is a little, maybe I'm just not as experienced, but the order book is a little unclear. It seems like there's buyers and sellers just fighting each other right here in this area. Nice, John. You're in a long off of this gap right here. This could just be a 3-dry pattern here. We're kind of starting to form one, two, and then potentially 3. We'll see. It's not a super clean 3-dry pattern, but it could be what we're looking at. Yeah, you do have to pay for Bookmap. Break even right there, Max. I don't think that was a bad attempt, to be honest. Zach, my average trade time is 6 minutes. Just wanted to stop you out and then keep going, Max. That's going to be frustrating if that's actually what it did. That's trading, man. I don't fault you for taking that trade. Don't feel like that was a bad trade to take. I think that you had some structure here that supported that move. Yeah, I'm glad I caught a little bit of that short, so I'm not chopped up in this BS. Yeah, I'm getting held up in this 1 minute gap right here. This 1 minute inversion. Yeah, Micah, we took one. We took a short off the open 30-second off of this area right here, and shorted it down to there. We're up 312. Not a big win, but I'm keeping my risk small. This PA is hot shit right now. It's not ideal, man. Looking for an ES long at 6,390. Take a peek with you. Oh, man. ES is dumping. That's a big dump. Did we have a setup here? Not really, man. I mean, you could maybe argue there, but on that break, I don't know. It's hitting London low. It's shooting for London low. How many contracts do I use? On my fundeds, I'll do 1 micro for every 500 of drawdown that I have. On my evals, I'll trade 1 to like 3 minis. Appreciate all the follows. Appreciate that a lot. I would say you haven't inverted this yet, and that area is being respected. So I'd not do anything yet. Did ES sweep London? No, ES is not swept. Yeah, I'd just be hands off for right now. Don't get too jumpy. Caught the top down. Nice. Yeah, we saw the bearish SMT. It was pretty huge, actually. That's pretty huge. Probably should have taken that as a big flashing sign. I'll tell you though, man. Will you be live tomorrow? Yeah, I will. I'll tell you what, man. SMTs for me are hit or miss. I know some people swear by them and they live by them. All right, we'll see you. It's hit or miss for me. Like I don't know. Sometimes you need more than just that as a confluence. In my opinion, that's what I need. Thinking about longs off Asia low. Asia low's down here. You need a pretty significant drop to get down there. I'd say, yeah, if we make it down there, I'd start highballing longs potentially. That's a yes right there. Be right back. Yeah, Jay, I feel you. I definitely feel you. Would you say would you say is a good fit? What do you mean, Lando? Yeah, not the best. Not the best. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh, it just warmed my whole soul up. What were your confluences there? Oh, from the top. Okay, if you're still holding that, I get it. Very nice, Zach. Awesome, man. Yeah, Jay, it's been tough. It's definitely been tough. I've been told that August is historically one of the roughest months. Although I think I was talking about this the other day with you guys. I was doing more research last night, and the data that I found shows that September, over the past 10 years, has on average lost like 2%. So September is actually, in terms of the raw data, is the worst month for trading. Now, you could say, well, that doesn't really matter because you could just short the shit out of it if you know that it's going to go down historically. But I don't know. We'll see how it trades. Bearish month. I don't think it. The data I couldn't find. It's hard to find specific data about like day traders, their consistent averages because there's. It's hard to get a true sense of that. You know what I mean? In terms of like trading prop firms and then trading personal capital and all that. If you, it's kind of hard to get all of that data compiled to really get an idea of how trade day traders specifically do on for from a month to month basis. But in terms of the market, it typically averages like a 2% dump in September. Yeah. Which I mean, if it to me that's kind of like okay, well, if you know it's a day trader, if you know this month historically is bearish, be looking for shorts. You know what I mean? It's kind of like gives you a very good indicator that it's going to want to be short. But maybe that's too simple of thinking on my part. This is what I do, Lou. For right now, I used to work at a law firm. I'm not in any position right here. These are the 1 minute candles, man. I'm not a huge fan of this price action. We're just bouncing back and forth right here. 5 million, Aiden. 5,380,296.40. That's how much I make a month. Yeah, ES is that's a pretty strong SMT right there. Yeah, Pete, it's no problem, man. I got the plane gassed up. We're headed to Turks and Caicos for the weekend, but I figured I'd before I hop in my gold-plated Bugatti and pull out of my diamond-encrusted driveway, I'd hop on here and spend some time with you guys first. I appreciate that, Louis. How'd you like law? Loved it, dude. Whole reason I went back to college. I absolutely loved it. Yeah, that's what I envision every morning, Zach. Actually, even if I had the money, that's not how I would live. I wouldn't be doing that. I got some big dreams, but they don't include that kind of stuff. I'm 32. Definitely want a Lamborghini. Definitely do. I'm not gonna lie about that. I got a family member who has a couple of them, and they're fun. I definitely want one. But that's gonna be after I get everything else squared away. What's the kiss method, Pete? I love cars, man. I was a mechanic for 6 years or so. We're sitting in the middle of that 1 hour. You talking about dropping to this inversion right here, Max? My original bias was that we were going to take out this all of this sell side, and that was kind of what I was calling that. All that was free for the taking right there. But I was kind of thinking that we were going to take that and go higher. I didn't expect us to come back down. Yeah, Zach, it's fun, man. It's what I plan on doing when I retire. Traveling and working on cool cars. Restore a couple oldies, you know. Yeah. There, you calling it, Max? I hope you were short on that. Very nice, Micah. Very nice. You got 300 to you failure funded. Damn, that's tough, man. Micro that. Just trade one micro and milk it. Yeah, we took one trade. We were short off the open. Um, took this trade right here. Down to, this was the, sorry. We got in right there. Take profit was right there. Probably could have held it a little longer, but got in, got out. How about you? Taking trades? You had to click? I hope so, man. If you want to be profitable, wait till 10. That's, I mean, I don't apply that specific rule, but I think that you're onto something there. The way I found my most successful trading days have been waiting for the 15 to close at least after market open. Patience. What it boils down to is patience, man. Not rushing. I would much rather watch a trade go by than to be in a trade and be sweating and then get either stopped out at break even or stopped out at a loss. I'd rather be confident in my setup and be able to literally just walk away and be like, whatever happens, I'm comfortable with it because I took a good trade. I took it for a reason and I'm confident. Looking for a short on the retrace. I don't blame you. We did touch into this 1 hour inversion here, just shy of this liquidity level, but we are, we just touched the SMA, so could go back down now. No, John, I don't dislike them. I'm just saying I don't use them as my sole confluence. I've been burned using, relying too heavily on S&Ts before, but they definitely are a great confluence. I wouldn't argue against that. Yeah, long off the inversion. Is that what you're saying, Max? I want to see it. I want to see it potentially take out this sell side first, but it could just turn around right here because we're working through this 1 hour bullish gap, and we touched into a bullish inversion. So it could just reverse from there. I'd like to see it take out some more liquidity first. Long on ES. You're getting close, man. You're getting close. We'll see. We'll see. I'd hold tight. This is in Q right here. I bounce back and forth, Goldie. I bounce back and forth. This is currently in Q. I love Apex, yeah. I love Apex. Yeah, I'm not just saying that. I think everybody in here can attest to the fact that I've talked about them for a while. I like that you can have 20 funded accounts at a time. Yeah, we did get a trade. We were short at the open. Apex and Take Profit Trader. Those are my two favorite firms. I use Trade-A-Bait. I don't trade personal capital. If you're talking about it for personal capital trading, I don't trade personal capital yet. But I use it to sign into my prop firm accounts and execute my prop firm trades. Yeah, I started on Top Step. There's nothing wrong with them. I just think that there's some firms with some better, better, what would you call it? Better terms, I guess. I mean, Top Step only lets you have 5 accounts. It's 50 for an evaluation and then another 150 to activate. So you're 200 all in. All in for Take Profit is $109 for 50K. And you can take daily payouts. Apex, you're allowed to have 20 funded accounts at a time. So, if you're maxed out on that, you're taking a 40K payout every 8 days. I like those too, man. Yeah, if you look at my link tree in my bio, I'd link all the firms that I like. Tradeify is good. Alpha's good. Alpha's got some really good deals going right now. And I plan on doing a more extensive breakdown video of the prop firms and why I like which ones. And I'm going to put it in the Discord. If you guys aren't already in the Discord, we're kind of getting that going. It's free. It's not meant to sell you anything or anything like that. I just wanted to create a group where we could kind of throw ideas around, and I'm going to be posting some educational stuff for anybody who's just starting out. Just to, it's going to be an extended version, an extension of this live stream, basically. Yeah, appreciate that, Raj. And again, we just started, this past week or something, so hasn't really, what the fuck is the PA? Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it wants to dip a little lower here. Yeah, Goldie, it's typically 11:30. Around there is when I typically am like, all right, I'm not taking another trade. So with my code CWT, you get 80% off. So that puts it at around like $30-something. I think it's like $38 or $39. Sometimes they will do a 90% off, which actually just ended recently, and the account will be like $18 for 50K. But right now, my recommendation is if you're blowing evals consistently, get Apex accounts. There is trailing interday drawdown. That's a little rough. You got to learn how to trade that, but it saves you money spending $30 on an eval versus, if you're buying evals with other firms and you're paying $70, $80, $90, $100 for an eval and you're consistently blowing them. You could have had 3 Apex evals for that. So activation fee is 140. Yeah, a one-time activation fee of 140. Yeah, 140 when you pass. Yeah, but that's my point. If you're blowing evals, like if you're passing evals on a regular basis and you're not worried about blowing them, I'd say go with Take Profit or one of the more expensive ones. That Take Profit's probably the best because all in it's 109. But if you're not getting to the point where you're paying the activation fee, you're just blowing evals, go with Apex. It's the cheaper option. Take Profit, if you're consistently passing evals and you want to take daily payouts, go with Take Profit. Hey, nothing wrong with Top Step, man. They're the OG in the prop firm space, I think. I don't like using Top Step X though. I really don't. Exactly, Jay. Yeah, they're just YOLOing it. Your uncle created it. Oh, that's sick, dude. That's really sick. Are you using Max, are you using a VPN? If you're using a VPN, it might do that. Huh. I'll send you a direct. Can I send you a direct invite? Let's see. Can I put it in the chat here? Well, let me do that. You click that. If it'll let it. I'm just playing. Yeah, that would be sick if he was though. I saw the founder of Top Step. I saw a video of him like at a bar buying shots for people and stuff the other day. He's not what I would have expected the founder to look like. I need to fix that then. If you're having issues, did you do it through the link tree, Pete? Maybe I'll just put it directly in the. This price action is not ideal. Open the link if your browser, if you're doing it from TikTok. Yeah, I think that's what you got to do. In the top corner, you hit the buttons and then it'll say open in browser. Do it that way. Do I trade micros or minis? I trade micros on fundeds and minis on evals. Yeah, Pete, let me know if it works. If it doesn't, I'll do some surgery and get it fixed. I knew what you meant. I read your spelling, JW. Yeah, we did take a trade. We were short right here on the open. Took it down to this TP right here. Nice, Zach. Okay, sweet. What are the payment systems? Direct deposit. I think they got rid of Rise. I do the ACH deposit, though. Sweet, Max. Awesome. Nice. Very nice. Nice to have a green day. Yeah, Isaiah, that's the experience that I've had with it, man. It comes in flows. Like when I back test that strategy, I literally have like 6 months where it works almost every morning. And then it'll be like 6 months where it doesn't work at all. It's kind of weird. Like it's really weird. That's just been my back testing experience. I haven't really forward tested it a whole lot. So it says action can't be completed. What in the world? Max, is it telling you that too? I appreciate the gifts, Tristan. You're the man, dude. You taking any trades today? Eric, I appreciate the I'm new here gift too, man. Appreciate that. Welcome. Hit an A+ long. That a boy. To be honest with you, at open, I was looking at the order book. And the sellers were stepping in big time. So I just caught the wave, but there was a 30-second break right in here. So I got in on that break. That was Pete. I'm trying to figure out what your what issue you might be running into. after the stream, Pete. I'll send you a DM and we'll get that squared away so you can get in there. Spaghetti, is that you, Tristan? I didn't realize that was you in the Discord. Where'd you get that name? I'm actually, dude, I took a ton of them before I transferred here. I took a ton of poli sci classes just because that's like an interest of mine. But I don't know if I will now that I'm here. I might. I was looking at them because I needed 3 or 4 more hours on my schedule for the fall, and I was debating taking some of them. But all the ones that they're offering for the fall uh, are designed for freshmen, so I wasn't interested in like repeating any of the classes that I've already taken or just like wasting time not getting the credits that I already have. Pete, you want to know something funny? So in my quest to go back to college and do law school and all of this, done a lot of research so that there's a criteria. I'm going to yap here while Price is just kind of barcoding on us. So there's a criteria when it comes to law schools known as the T14, which is top 14 law schools. And the reason that's important is if you look at schools that are beyond that criteria, say like in the 20s or in the 30s ranking wise, the average salary plummets. I mean, absolutely plummets. You go from like the average salary for a first year law graduate in the top 14, I think is around 225,000. And if you're out of that top 14 range, it plummets to like 69,000. So it's a huge difference. So the goal for people wanting to go to law school, if you've done your research, is to get into a top 14 school. Now, based on my research, but my question was, okay, well, if you want to get into a top 14 school, what do you need to do? You need to score this on the LSAT. You need to be involved in these extracurriculars, all this kind of stuff. One of the other things that I researched was what is the most common undergraduate degree for people who are accepted into top 14 schools? And at the very bottom of that list, two things at the very bottom, two majors at the bottom of that list: poli-sci, criminal justice, which really surprised me. At the top of the list, economics, philosophy, and what was the third? Economic and philosophy are one of the top, are the two tops, which to me was pretty interesting. So that was the main reason I went with economics as my declared major. But philosophy was surprising to me too. Yeah, we did take a trade. We were short off the open. I'm at UNC, Goldie. Fake voice, fake trades, bro, you. Hey, man. Whatever helps you sleep at night. I hope whatever problems you're facing, bro, I hope they get better. God bless you. No, I'm still in school, Alejandro. I'm still in school. I wish for the past 2 weeks, I wish my trades were fake because I've been getting my butt whooped. So if that's fake to you, that's funny. Yeah. He's mad about his life, man. I hate it for him. I hope it gets better, whatever you're dealing with, man. Zach, I appreciate the delicacy in which you asked that question. I'm 32, man. I'm 32. How young are you? That was a very nice way to say how old are you? You look too old to be in college. I appreciate that, man. Love the dad fit. Appreciate that. How you doing this week? I'm not bad, man. Hello. Got people working on the pool outside. Not bad. I'm up. Relatively speaking, I'm up $1,200 or so for the week. Up 2K on the day, but I really want. Hey, if you're up 2K on the day, man, I would lock in. I would lock in those gains and go enjoy the rest of the day. Allie, I'm still learning. I am still learning. I'm 2 years in, 2.5 years in, and I'm still learning. I appreciate that. I'm glad it was good for you, man. I'm glad you had a good day. We're up right now, so we're going to try to preserve our gains. I did trade yesterday. Yeah, I did well yesterday. Was up 1,700, and then I took a Asia trade last night. Man, I saw just a beautiful setup, I thought, on Asia. Perfect breaker. You had a 5-minute that got inverted inside of the breaker. Clear draw and liquidity lower. And shorted it. Ended up getting stopped out for a $200 loss. So I was up 1,500 total on the day yesterday. We're up, Jaden. We're up right now. Here's that sweep coming. At 23.5, 32.50. Yeah, Al, you got to be, man. You really have to constantly be evolving and learning new things. Yeah, Jaden, it's pretty cool. Glad you're here too, man. You've been here since the day one. I typically stop around 11:30. Do I see shorts here? I mean, my caveman brain wants to say yes to that because this level right here, but I don't know if I'm just being wishful. I'd like to see this sell side get taken, and all those wicks right there is what that just took out. This is super weird price action, though. This is the 5-minute chart right here. Look at those candle wicks. Revo, that's awesome. That's good to know. Took a 945 long. I see you. Did you catch it at the bottom? Did you bottom tick that? That's a nice long, man. How many points was that? 53 points. 1 minute. Change in state of delivery. Nice. If anybody else is trying to join the Discord and having issues with it, let me know. And let me know what issues you're having so I can kind of get this taken care of. A couple people have been telling me they've been having issues joining. Appreciate the follows too. Yeah. It is not the best price action. Very wiki. Very wiki. That sell side was from this hour. Where was it? Was it the hour? It was a 15. It was this 15-minute candle that swooped down here and created that gap. That was the level. I mean, it's probably not a major level, but it's just something I mark out to keep an eye on. You know what I mean? I just like to know where these kind of wicks do that. I think I've done that. Like you can see it here, this wick low. That's what I have marked the sell side there. This is so wicky, man. This is the 15-minute right here. That's the 5-minute. Tariq, appreciate the follow, man. Appreciate that a lot. Yeah, it's not the best, is it, Brent? It's definitely not the best. Anything but trading. What's your test day look like? I'm following TJR's blueprint, man. Just yapping. No trading, just yapping. It's worked well for him. Chest day looks like this. I usually get in there, I stretch, do my rotator cuff exercises, band work, and then I do a warm up on the flat bench. Throw a 135 on there for. I like to do short pumps at the bottom, and then do regular reps, slow, controlled. Then I'll put 225 on there and do that same thing, and then I put 315 on there as a working set, going for 8 to 12 reps, and do that for 2 sets. Then I move to incline. I do 225 on there for 3 sets to failure. And then I do chest flies on the pec deck. And that's basically it. Then I do triceps. Oh man, it saves you, dude. The older you get, the more you appreciate those sorts of things. How'd you get rid of emotional? I'm still working on it. I am still working on it. It's tough, man. I don't get excited about my wins, but I still get pretty bummed out by my losses. And I'm really working on that. Just blew your 7th eval. I've been there. I make sure you're journaling why it happened, though. Because if you're just doing it and then repeating yourself without learning from it, it's not doing you any good. I say a blown eval can be very positive if you learn from it. Exactly, yeah, Tristan. Yeah. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate hearing you say that you think I'm in crazy shape. Maybe I should be a little more forgiving of myself. But about a year ago, I was in a lot, even like 6 months ago, I was in a lot better shape. School, and I moved. A lot of things been going on in my life, so I just haven't had as much time to dedicate to meal prepping and eating as many meals a day as I usually do. But we're turning it back on. You think we're popping? I would like to see this sell side get swept like it just did, and then reject out of this gap higher. Unfortunately, in 4 minutes we close and we invert this gap unless we get a strong pullback here. Yeah, JJ, we did. We took a short. I appreciate that, Pete. Yeah, Zach, that's how it is, man. When you look at yourself every day, it's like you can see, you know what I mean? All right, let's see if we push out of this 1 hour gap and go higher here if we just continue to dribble lower. Trying to be like this guy. I appreciate that. Do you remember how long your total account stayed What do you mean, Zach? Your total account stayed pending? Yeah, Dangle, it's not ideal, man. What do you mean, Zach? Your take profit account, how long did it, from the time you bought the eval you're talking about, or from the time you passed until you activated your funded? I appreciate that, Tristan. Really do, man. It's definitely tough. If you're talking about when does it get activated, I think it has to be after. So I passed the eval, but it says trading account status pending. Did you pass it today? Like since 6 o'clock last night? If you passed it today, then I don't think it'll be active until after 6 o'clock tonight. But right after 6 o'clock tonight, it'll activate. I appreciate it, Tristan. Thanks, man. Glad to hear you're up on the day. Sounds like you had a really good day. What are the cons you use? So we're trading NASDAQ futures, and typically I like to trade minis with my evals and micros with my fundeds. So 2 answers depending on what kind of question what your specific question was. Yeah, Zach, if you pass it today, you got to wait until after market close and then reopens at 6. Now with alpha futures, I think alpha futures, when you pass a funded midday, within like the hour, it activates your funded account from your past eval, which is, I think that's kind of cool. I think they're one of the only firms that does that. With alpha futures, Top Step does that too. Okay. Oh, so it's the new dashboard. I was gonna say I haven't traded with them since the new dashboard, but when I passed the other ones, it would take a day. But that's cool that they adopted the same day activation thing. I think more firms are going to start doing that. Yes, it does. Yeah, take profit does. Swept Asia, swept London. Oops. I'd like to see a push out of this. So we inverted that. That's ES. I'd like to see a push out of this gap here. Might try to take a stab at this on this, just to see what we can get. Stops will be below wick low here. Immediate reversal as soon as I enter the trade. Wick high will be first TP. We're pushing out of this 1 hour gap. We'll see if it respects this. Respects this 1 minute. I'd like to see a push at least up to this high over here. We'll see. Don't do it. This is an Apex eval, so I think we'll be all right. pushing out of this 1 hour gap right here. We're also in this 1 hour inversion, bullish inversion. And we did just sweep that liquidity level. So we'll see. A couple of different confluences here. Yeah, I'm NJ. Unfortunately, little trigger happy on the entry there. Should have waited for a candle to close above this level for an entry. Yeah, we're going to get stopped here. This is going lower. This is 2 minis right here. I hate watching people lose one. Want everybody to win, man. Want everybody to win. Let's get just an absolute missile to the upside here. The order book definitely looks like I'm going to get stopped out, but I hope it's wrong. Confluence was we're pushing out of this 1 hour gap. We had a sweep of liquidity down here, this level right here. We reached the 4 standard deviations of this move higher. So I don't know, just a couple of different things there, but it's not going to play out. So unfortunate. It's going to just push lower here. It's a lot of bullish pressure to be pushing through. Up 3K, but been down 4K past 2 days. That's a good recovery, man. Ja, what's up? Took a loss. That was just our first loss on our first loss on eval. Down 1,400 on eval, on one eval, and up 312 on one funded. Do you have any advice on entries? I'm young and trying to demo. Is this really going to just push now? Stop me out and then push? Yeah, Zach, for sure, man. I think you're right. What I should have done is I should have waited for this candle to close above this level right here. As soon as I entered, it pulled back on me. So that would have been a more patient approach, waiting for a closure above that level rather than just a sweep. Let's try gold. How much do I typically risk? One to 3 minis typically. That was 2. We'll see. We'll see. I still think that we could push higher here. I don't. Maybe I'm again wishful thinking, but I'd be hard pressed to believe that we push through all of that bullish pressure right here. But there is a lot of sell side. There is a lot of sell side. Yeah, this is NQ. What props you trade? Apex. and take profit trader. It's a gray. It's a gray color. JJ, I mean, that's probably smart to be at this point with this. I mean, that's a lot of bearish order flow. Sorry, something in my throat. That's a lot of bearish order flow. So, I mean, maybe. I was thinking longs here, but I should have waited for this candle to close above. I like them. There's a psychological. I've heard there's a psychological correlation to negativity in the color red. So I wanted to get rid of the red candles, and I didn't like the way the green looked. Scalp 200, nice. The background says NASDAQ futures. E-mini NASDAQ 100 futures, September 2025. That's supposed to be a baby blue. It's supposed to be like the Carolina blue. We need trading AI. Tar Heels, baby. Red makes people more aggressive. I've heard there is some negative correlations to your brain activity in the color red. I don't know. I just thought this was more aesthetically pleasing than just red and green. Do I teach? This is the extent. I mean, in the Discord, I make like educational videos, but I don't do like one-on-one mentorships or anything. Red's a calm color. I guess it's all relative. I mean, to who you are. Yeah, John, my DMs are open. If you join the Discord, Bree, there's a lot of educational stuff in there. Ronnie, I was just long, and I got stopped out on this nice little candle wick right here. So I'd like to see a candle closure above this level before longs are interesting again. Yeah, that's red light therapy stuff, man. That has to do with cellular regeneration and stimulating that process. That's what red light therapy is for. Supposed to be penetrates also deeper. Yeah, Max, that's what I was thinking too, but we're just wicking around right now in the 1 hour. Nah, Dean, it's you should look into it. It's actually red light therapy is super beneficial, but it's not about psychological. It's about physical. I appreciate all the follows and gifts, man. I just saw all those gifts. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Definitely appreciate that. Isaiah, I appreciate that, man. Goaded with a $1,200 loss on eval in a matter of 10 seconds. Yeah, it's not ideal. I felt like I couldn't miss yesterday, man. I felt like I had eagle eyes on the charts. Beautiful mentor. Appreciate it. Bullish S&T. Am I missing that? I'm not seeing S&T. Appreciate that, Raj. On the 15 racks, you said? Yeah, I'm not seeing that. They're pretty coupled. I get what you're saying now. I see what you're saying here. You're talking about right here. I see what you're saying. You guys are wild. Control yourselves. Yeah, Rax, I was eyeballing longs too. I'm going to wait and see if we get a candle closure above this level right here, and then I'll be convinced. No, you're good, Isaiah. I'm messing. You do have London low down here from previous session from Thursday. Was that August? That was today. That was 2 a.m. That was market open today. And Asia low below that. So who knows, man? Who knows if we just want to keep pushing lower. Two losses today, done for the day on the eval. Got to stick to the rules. Hey, that's a win right there, man. If you stick to the rules, that's a win. That'll pay off in the long run. Those losses are recoverable. Javier, appreciate the follow, man. Appreciate that. Prague, thank you. Thank you. Hey, Dean, that's still a good week, man. That's a good week. Long at 505. Down here, you saying? Wish you stuck to yours, blue and eval. Yeah, that's what the rules are for, man. It's tough. It is super tough to do, but the rules are the rules. You got a limit buy set down here, Christopher? Nice. Not going to take a trade until I take the full port along. I'm not seeing anything that has full port written all over it. All right, there's your limit. Your limit just got tripped. Were you using an order book or something? What was your confluence on that, Chris, for that level? Because that was a strong rejection right off of that. Five-minute order block. Okay. Nice. I see you. I mean, that was dead on, basically. Yeah, you did call it. If this just skyrockets here, I'm going to be extremely impressed with that. I'm already impressed that it rejected as hard as it did. push through this 1 minute here and push up to the previous 4-hour low. This is NQ. Hell of a call, Chris. Hell of a call. My man, you're the market maker over here. There's a 43-point move right there. Even if you closed right now, you're eating. Yeah, 1 minute you're out at 1,500, dude. That's beautiful. You need to hop in the chat, stay in here more. That's a beautiful call out, man. Just inverted that one. We're pushing higher, I think. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're signal botting Chris now from now on. That was almost to the tick, dude. That's wild. 5-minute order block we tapped into down here. Yeah, 3 points off. It doesn't get much more accurate than that, man. I'll be honest. Okay, relax. The order book's thinned out. It is already 11:19. Pushing down now back to the SMA. I'd like to see it tap back and then we'll go, but this could just want to keep going higher. This was the move up that we were waiting for. I'm looking for an entry here, boys. I'd like to get a long here. I'd like to get at least get a long up to this level over here, but I don't think we're going to get an entry. And I'm not too thrilled with this price action. That bottom tick was impressive, though. I wish I had gotten in on that. Which fair value gap Yoda or Yada? Yeah, this is NQ. Yeah, I got a Discord, man. It's in the bio. Go to the link tree in the bio, and it's there. Yeah, Isaiah, I think you just put it in the chat. Sorry, I'm making sure this is a clean entry. I'm not missing anything here. Making sure there's nothing I've overlooked. That's a clean sweep right there. Yeah, it might not get triggered on this entry here. We'll see though. We're gonna be patient. If it runs without us, it goes. TP would be this candle wick high right here, maybe even higher, but that would be ideal. We'll see. Yeah. Not forcing it. I mean, that looks like a clean setup. Question is that where are we in the range there? Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, it's a bearish candle on the 4 hour. You're right, Isaiah, but we're dipped into this. Yeah, you're right. But we are in this bullish inversion and the bullish gap right here. The candle itself is a bearish candle, though. You're correct. All right, there's our entry. Let's see if it holds. Get stopped out twice in a row. I mean, just immediately dumping on me. TP is 23,606. Yeah, but this is not going in that direction currently. It's not my day, man. I'm glad we're up on funded at least, because we're not up on evals. We are getting spanked. It's fucking crazy. What are you trading? NASDAQ futures? You said 500 is a strong support. I'll put this just below that. Yeah, definitely got cooked. Use the standard deviation tool. Yeah, 500 holds. No, there it is. It just hit. Now it's gonna go. I forgot how to trade, guys. Forgot how to trade. I'm gonna go start applying for jobs. Immediately turns around. Immediately turns around. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm sweating. Yeah, so what? What's up, Andrew? Nah, that's just because it was not hot and then it got hot in my apartment. 2 cups of coffee will do it. I'm very thankful that we caught that short at the beginning. Definitely nice to be up on funded for the day. Yeah, Raj, that's smart, man. Gonna take off now. Yeah, Isaiah, that's a smart idea. I'm right behind you. No, Tyler, I'm not in anything at the moment. We just got stopped out. The Bulls are definitely not in control yet. Look at this candle wick, dude. Look at this. What in the world? It's a 45-minute candle. That's the fair value gap indicator. If you go join the Discord, I have the indicators uh, in there, the ones that I use, and I have all the settings for them. This is NASDAQ futures. NASDAQ futures. UTC 4, East Coast time. I can put the color settings on there, Raj. I can put the color settings on there. You talk about for the candles? The color settings for the gaps are on there, for the fair value gap indicator. I can put the chart settings on there. I haven't put those on there. I just put indicator settings on there. Tyler, it looks like we just want to go lower here, man. It just really, it's given that vibe that we want to go lower. But it's hard to tell, man. I've gotten stopped out twice on evals. I'm up on funded. So we took one funded short at the very beginning of market open. Made some money on that. And then we've gotten stopped out twice on evals. You said you're done for the day, Chris? Were you able to get into the Discord? Some people have been saying they were having issues with that. Is that what you're talking about, Emmy? Nice. Good deal. I'm out. I'm not funded, though. Is that legit? What do you mean? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, man. I got you. Yeah, 2.5 standard deviations would be London. 3 would be Asia low. Or just around it. Is getting funded legit? Yeah, it's legit. Ruth says, looks like it's setting a bottom for us, so just got to be patient for a support reclaim. Yeah, you're right. It's just hard to tell if it wants to stop or not. You know what I mean? Chris called that level right at 505, man. That was, or 500. That was dead on. But yeah, daily opens right here. London low, Asia low. There's a whole lot that it could continue to go down and sweep up. I mean, if you look at this chart, there's a ton of sell side here. So we'll see. Dark blue. Appreciate those follows. I'll look to go long around. Oh, so you're on ES? Yeah. Around 6,376. 6,376. So higher? Yeah, once it breaks, is what you're talking about? Appreciate the gifts. It's awesome. Thank you. Blue 3 evals today. I would take a walk, my homie. I would call it a day. Call it a week. Spend the weekend back testing or being off the charts altogether. Reset. Yeah, it could sell all day. It very well could. Evaluations are what you pass in order to get funded, Tyler. In order to make money. In order to make money. Once you're funded, you can build a buffer, and then after you build the buffer, everything you make after that is yours to withdraw. You're oversized in SN. If you're only, unless you're passing evals on a regular basis, your sizing should not be that large. Should not be large enough for you to lose in 2 days. If you're new, I mean, if you're not passing evals on a regular basis, then technically you're new. So you should be sizing way down and focusing on your strategy versus the profits. A lot, Jade. A lot. It took me 2 years. So you can imagine. Yeah, I would size down, man. And it sounds like you didn't size down on your fundeds either, to be honest. I don't know, but that would be my my guess. On fundeds, I like to do, for every 500 I have available a drawdown, I trade 1 micro. So you're just looking for base hits. You're not looking for these, huge $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 days when you're just, trying to get a payout. That's a fast track to blowing accounts over and over again. Tilted, yeah, I get it, man. I definitely can relate. I've been there. Yeah, I'm not, hey, I'm not speaking from a place of having not been there. I've been there. I've been right where you are, so I get it. I 100% get it, man. I discovered that there's physical tells that I have when I'm getting ready to go on tilt. My ears start feeling hot. I can feel myself angry, like in a revenge mood. And you start to feel that, man. You got to have the wherewithal to be like, okay, I'm done. I'm turning this off. I'm not going to make it worse. I'm not going to turn a bad day into a bad month or a bad week. If you have 2 losing trades, you should be done. My theory is I'll trade one, I just did it. I traded 2 minis on my first trade on an eval, lost, went down to 1 mini, lost again. I'm done with that eval for the day. I might switch to a different one. I might just be done for the day. I'm up on funded and I'm down on eval, and realistically that's a win for me. So I like to stick to that rule of thumb. If you lose one trade and you lose big, size down. Cut your sizing in half. Take one more trade, win or lose, and call it a day after that. Join the Discord, man. Join the Discord. Yeah, I don't blame you, Buck. I do not trade minis unfunded. I trade micros for multiple reasons. I get it. MSN, I get it, man. Join the Discord. I'd recommend you getting in there, and there's plenty of like-minded people in there. Also, the other thing I'd recommend right now is for you to get off the charts and go outside or go to the gym or something. Eat a nice lunch with high protein, and that helps, believe it or not. What's up, Patron? Touch grass, hug a tree. Hey, it sounds crazy, but it works. I mean, it works. There's something to the touching grass thing. Take your shoes off. Let the grass between your toes, man. Feels good. Does something to you mentally. Grounded, exactly. What's up, man? How's it going? Simso. Let them dogs out. Let them breathe, man. Take them for a walk. We're not short or long here. We're kind of just, we're market watching at the moment. Who's jumping on that Battlefield beta today? Super off topic. Camilo, this is NASDAQ futures. Any lecture advice on trading? Patience. Get a hold of your psychology. The hardest thing you'll struggle with trading is psychology. I'm on PC, John. My favorite hobby? I don't know, does traveling count as a hobby? I mean, I like doing that. Honestly, right now, I haven't had a whole lot of time for hobbies with as busy as I've been with school and trading and trying to stay on top of everything. Probably need more hobbies. Building computers, cars, going out on the boat. That's probably my favorite things to do. Working out, yeah, I guess that's a hobby, yeah. Yeah, I've been thinking about picking up golf. Yeah, stop loss is important, Spencer. Do I know Greek of the One? I do not. Yeah, we shorted at the market open on funded, and then we took 2 trades on eval after that got stopped out. So we're up on eval. We're up on funded, down on eval. Try surfing. I've tried wakeboarding before. It's pretty fun. But I when I'm on the water on the boat, I'm on the ocean now, so it's mostly either fishing or just cruising. First week of your XFA. Yeah, take it easy, slow and steady, man. Slow and steady. And if price action's terrible, take the week off. Don't be scared to just close the charts. Go do something else. Seriously, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with just being like, nope, not doing it. It'll be there. The charts will be there when you come back. It's my favorite fish. In terms of like eating, I mean, it's hard to beat mahi. I feel like this is like a 21 questions we're playing. Yeah, I'm so bored. I'm giving this 15 more minutes and then I'm calling it. Salmon's good too. Yeah, salmon's good. I don't blame you. Yeah. I thought about that, John. Thought about doing a fitness section and a gaming section too. Might do that. Yo, Baldy, how long did it take you to become profitable? Oh, shit. Got me tearing up over here. All right, Zach, take it easy, man. I hope you've had a good week. And if I don't talk to you, have a good weekend. That was funny. 2 years. Yeah, Luca, I am in the positive. Unfunded, yeah, I am. Barely, though. I'm up 1,200 or something. Has not been a great week. It doesn't bother me. 2 years. 2 years ago. 2.5 years ago, Camilla. It's around January of 23. They do in their performance plus accounts. They don't do in their performance accounts, which is the level above evals. It's every 8 days. Every 8 days you can take a payout with Apex. Ronnie, this is NASDAQ futures. Ethan, it's been rough. Not my ideal price action. Yeah, I took a short at market open and made some money on funded, but then we took 2 trades on evals after that and got smoked. I've heard so many people getting smoked on gold. I've avoided it. This is gold right here. That doesn't look very good. That doesn't look much more appetizing than NQ at all. Yeah, triple. No problem, man. Hope to see you again. John, I wish I could cash in my paper profits. I would literally be a millionaire. That was infuriating when I was first trading. Was I would trade on paper and I would simulate exactly what I'd be doing on a funded. So I'd make sure I'd have an account balance of 50,000, target profit 3K, all that kind of stuff, and I would just be blowing it out of the water. And then I'd switch over to an eval and I'd blow it. It's like, why? What is going on here? Yeah, if you're in a rush, I feel like that definitely hinders you a lot. You can't rush this. Pre-market bias was to take up the sell side on the two, what was it? All of this sell side. I thought we were going to dip down and take that, but I thought that we were going to go higher afterwards, and we have just sold off since then. Support, you mean? LOL, LOL, LOL. You got a very wide vocabulary. I mean, smart money would probably be looking for shorts. Yeah, it seems like once it decides one way or the other, it just sells off for that day, which is interesting. Here's what I was looking at. I'll show you guys what I was looking at earlier. I like to do these sorts of analysis for whatever they're worth. So here's the session indicator. So when we have a New York, let's see, where was it? So we have New York and AM and PM selling off right here. Then the next session it goes up. Then it sells off. Then it goes up. Then it goes up, and then it sells off, and then it goes up. Now we're selling off. So you would think that AM and PM today are going to be sell-offs, and then tomorrow it's going to go up. If it follows that trend, you would think. Obviously, it'll do whatever it wants, but it's an interesting observation. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, Connor, we took one at market open, shorted on market open, made a little bit of money on the funded, and then we've taken 2 trades on evals that got absolutely smoked. Down 1,700 on evals. I sat down at the charts around 7:30. Got a little later start than I normally do. You keep calling those scalps, dude. You were on it with the scalps. You have to be using Bookmap or something for that, right? Amen, Vault. Amen. Oh, okay. I haven't opened the Discord yet. Okay. I see you, bro. I see you, man. High time frame order blocks. That's the strategy. I got you. This year we've made right around 70,000, just shy of 70. But that's only on 3 months of profit. Actually, 60, a little over 60, a little over 60. But that's literally 3 months of profit. Absolutely, can definitely be gone. Get an M3 comp. I have an M5. You too, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, I would hold off, Camilla. Yeah, I like it. I like your thinking, Chris. I see your chat. You go by Chris or Christopher? I got you. Yeah, I prefer Christian too, so Chris is my dad. We'd like it, Yellow. SpongeBob, we would like it. We would like a breakout here. We're going to be super patient because right now we're just selling off. Get these small little retracements and then it's selling. Yeah, we can make it happen, Chris. Hey, if you're feeling one of my rules, Camilla, is if you're feeling that FOMO or the mental fatigue or whatever, that feeling you're feeling right now, I'd close it down for the day. Even if you take a trade and it works out, it's not, to me, it's not necessarily a win because mentally you're not you're not 100% right now. So I'd recommend going for a run, going to work out, going to eat some high protein food, something like that, and get away from the charts. Not that I don't want you in here, because believe me, I love having as many people in here as we can get and enjoy the community. But for your own personal well-being, I'd say preserve that mental capital, call it a day, and start again tomorrow. Charts will be here. This is NASDAQ futures. Uh, the Calm Trader. I use ICT. I like to incorporate some order flow in there as well. There you go, Raj. That's awesome. Yeah, you're funny. Yeah, you guys check out the Discord if you haven't. The link's on my link tree in the bio. If that doesn't work, shoot me a DM and I'll find out another way to get you in there. We're trying to grow that. Yeah, it has not been the best price action for my setups anyway. Yesterday I caught two shorts that were beautiful, man. They were textbook. Felt so good. I needed that because I'd had a rough little slump that I was in. Pete, I got you. I got it. I got a note written down to take care of you as soon as this is over with. Unicorn's my favorite setup, man. That's what I look for. You guys are funny. I'm not taking a trade. I appreciate all those gifts. You guys are awesome for sending those. I appreciate that. Yeah, Alan, we took two. We took a short at the open back here, somewhere right here. Took a short right here, down to this low, and then we tried to take two longs on evals. That short was on a funded. Then we took two longs on evals and got smoked on those. Not sure why I was looking for longs with this sell off the way that it is. My thinking was we were sitting inside of this bullish 1 hour inversion and this bullish 1 hour gap, and price just did not want to go up from there. It's just continued to push lower. So not terribly disappointed in taking those two trades, but again, with the bearish order flow being the way that it was, might not have been the wisest to try to go against that. Counter trend trading. Up 250 on the day. That's awesome. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, the 1 hour is definitely bearish. All right, guys. 12 o'clock in 10 seconds. I'm going to call it a day. Not going to take any more trades. We're up on eval. Yeah, that's the best thing to do, John. It's definitely the best thing to do. Yeah, appreciate you guys coming by. Don't overtrade. Don't give back your gains. Be smart. Check out the Discord. And Pete, I'm going to send you a DM. Try to get that squared away for you. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll be back 9:30 a.m. Stay safe.